So guys, I want to talk a little bit today about Cora Obidi and Mercy Gono. So welcome back to Apple Worldwide. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Thank you so much for hanging out here and subscribing to support this channel. I so much appreciate you. So stick around, turn on your notification, and make sure you are sharing this video to empower somebody to learn a thing or two. We always want somebody to leave with a lesson. So kindly join this platform. Invite your friends and your family to follow and like and subscribe to Apple Worldwide. Thank you all so very much for being part of my family. Apple lovers. Yes. Stick around. So guys, I want to talk a little bit today about Cora Obidi and Mercy Gono. You see, I have shared this multiple times. If it's not on Facebook, on Apple Worldwide, I have talked about this, and I shared my own experiences that, and you know, I teach against victim blaming, right? Obviously, Mercy Gono is a victim in this situation, right? But I want to say something to that effect. No doubt she's a victim, absolutely. But my suggestion is, when you leave a relationship, you give yourself time to heal. That helps you to have better visibility, better ability to assess situations, analyze, and know that the person that is coming next is not going to hurt you, or is going to, you have to learn. And during that break period, that is the time you use to really learn, really think about what have happened, your role in it, the mistake you did, stuff like that, you know. So that being said, I have talked about disputes, right? When Mercy went out of the relationship recently with Nadia's father, Mercy was dragged in the mud. She was in the social media, she was everywhere, because when that happened, everybody wanted to prove that they were right. The father of the baby, Nadia's father, has to prove that, oh, their mission is to tarnish you, their mission is to destroy you, their mission is to see you fail. And so we saw what she went through with Nadia's father hacking into her emails, her business emails, and then the associated business email, the one that people receive orders, the website, all that. Mercy had it going on. Mercy had it going on. The business, the oil, the aloe vera oil she was doing, the hair growth oil, it was just woman for her. So as a human being, I feel like you need to learn to sit back and assess yourself and say, what are your setbacks in life? And so you have to really learn certain things. Certain things, you just have to accept them. It is what it is. I'm ready to move on. This is the strategy I'm going to use to move on. Relationship is great. Marriage is awesome, no doubt. But I have to make sure I make it right. By me, by my daughter. You understand? Mercy Gono has an instance whereby she had a car, a vehicle, and something happened. Somebody want to, you know, there was an instance she shared with a vehicle she had where she was robbed, like literally. The person took advantage of her. She took the car, she didn't have any paper. The person basically took advantage of her, point blank. The person sold a car to her, a bad car. And then when she went back and said, hey, the car you sold to me, it's not working, it's not functional, it's not moving, it keeps stopping in the middle of the road, something like that. And then she left the car there. I forgot the entire story, but she left the car with the person who sold the car to her, and also took the money already. By the time she went back, this man was calling police and saying that, oh, there is somebody like almost like a invader or a trespasser on his yard, and that he don't know this person. So basically the person kept their car and they still took Mercy's money. Secondly, Nadia's father, to the extent where Mercy was doing wonderful with her business, and then this guy who is Nadia's father took over the website and the email where people's orders, the customer, the client orders came through ad and everything. And then at the end of the day, people were not getting their orders. It still lies on her to make sure that gets taken care of. The burden still lies on Mercy to make sure that the people who made payments may not be getting their money, but their product, but they still either got a product one way or the other, or got a refund from her own pocket. And she's quick to shut people up. She's quick to fall to people telling her, when somebody is telling you, you have to pay a ransom, you have to settle me for this before you get this, that is an indication that this person is in America. Get the police involved and let the police handle it. Instead of paying that person that money, use that money to hire a private investigator. Use that money to hire a person that is a investigator, an FBI personality that can track the people down. It's better to me, that's because that will set you free permanently than constantly settling people. When they want you to pay a ransom, then you pay. Yeah, the other thing is she came with Gerald after just within a year. We're talking about exactly 1 year ago is when she went through the Nadia father issue with herself, and it caused a lot of stress, a lot of followers to, look at her differently. People thought she cheated on the baby daddy, a lot of things. And then there was also the abuse factor. My issue here is Mercy didn't allow herself to heal, and this goes to everybody out there, a man, a woman, whoever. When you leave a relationship, and I'm talking from a personal experience, when you leave a relationship, it's like you have a vacuum. Especially if you live in a long-term relationship, you have this vacuum whereby somebody has been involved with you for a long period of time. So you are used to having companionship, you are used to having somebody around, you are used to, even if you don't go out to have fun, hang out, you're used to having people around you. So there is this vacuum you feel like you need to fill, that companionship vacuum, that love and affection need. You feel like you need to have a closure with that, you need to replace it. And that desire is so intense in the immediate phases of the separation or divorce. If you are not careful, that is the very period you can fall into the hands of another person that has a potential to victimize you, betray you, abuse you, take advantage of you. Because when they're coming like, oh, you need them. They coming like they're taking advantage of you, and you need them to be okay. So they will be nice. A person that have an ulterior motive will be extremely nice to you, will be very caring, will be very affectionate, will go all out. And when you see everything going fast, that's an indication that you need to take it slow. Okay, you need to take it really, really slow. The other instance here is that Mercy said that she came out and asked us. She asked in a video, she asked us viewers in her video, one video of her videos, that what do you guys think? Do you people are asking to show them Gerald, this, that. Do you guys want to see him more often on the channel? Let me know. Otherwise, if you also think we should have our own channel, let me know. And people were all for it, and I suggested in the comment section, and hopefully she saw it. I said, I think you should separate. You just went through this ordeal with Nadia's father. I think you should separate what you have acquired for yourself from what you guys are going to acquire together. Have a different channel, and I don't know who will take this as a suggestion as a wrong, like I have a negative opinion or something. No, relationships are awesome. Being married is wonderful, but being married with a person that actually does care, like they told you, they actually tell you they love you and they mean it, and they are going to be committed and loyal to you and committed and loyal to treating you right, is a question of the gods. It's a question of, in this 21st century, we have people that are awesome, marriages that are awesome, men that are wonderful. But we also have a bunch that is not really in for what their mouth professes to you that they are in for. You see, so you have to be vigilant. You have to be the one that is very vigilant, very alert, very, you have to be the one. Nobody can be your protective shield but yourself. So to see Mercy go all the way and come back and have to know now that Gerald was actually in for a mission and actually hacked her on a very bad level, whereby she lost everything, all her accounts that brings revenue in, not one, not two, everything, including having to get rid of her electronics in order to be able to acquire a new channel or something. It's very, very interesting and intriguing. You understand? And that is to go for everybody. Just saying, when you are out of a new relationship, try and figure it out. What did I learn? What were the lessons? What can I correct moving into my next relationship before you do? And now to come back and say that, oh, when I met Gerald wasn't able to take care of her children and his children, excuse me. Gerald wasn't able to take care of his children. I had to take care of them. I took care of Gerald. I did this, I did that. That is telling me that he was manipulative and you were vulnerable. So he was able to get in and fill in that emotional gap that you were lacking, that you were grieving and you were reaching out for, and you were seeking. You needed that person to lay on. Remember you said that, oh, Gerald is somebody you knew from the past, and at least from your videos I've watched, it's a family friend and this and that. I believe that you did it. I'm not blaming you, but I'm hoping that this gets to you, whereby, Mercy, you are going to take a step back, assess yourself, assess that what is the thing that is making me vulnerable to this man who are there to, I call them fishes. They fish for their next target. They fish for their next person that they can have access to, they can use, manipulate to meet their financial, selfish lifestyle needs. So that's my suggestion to you, Miss. I believe that when you have a child like that and you have your own home, it's great to analyze and say, okay, what are we doing? Are we going to move into your home? Are we going to move into my home? On what conditions? To me, before a man moves into a home that I purchased, that I live in with my children, they should still have to prove that they are men. You have to move in with me on what grounds? Are we married? Are you moving in with me because I have a house and I am going to be responsible for paying the bills and it's easy way for you and that's why you're moving in with me? Or you're moving in with me because you are still the man and now you want to be the man and say, okay, I'll move in with you so we can save money, I can pay the bills, I can pay the mortgage, and we can share their responsibility, I can pay, we share the financial responsibilities. It's a support network. It's a team. Being married, living together is a team effort. You understand? So it shouldn't be that a man is moving in with you because you have a house and because they don't have a job and because they are not going to be responsible for paying bills because you are taking care of them. Another issue that Mercy raised was the fact that he didn't have a job for 7 months now at least. So before you move in, you move in with them when? He didn't have a job before you move in with him. Did you find out his action plan, how he's going to get a new job? Did you find out what he's doing about his financial stability, his credit and stuff like that? What were you doing? What were you planning? So it's really important that we deal with these things before we get to, that's my opinion. It's highly important that we deal with these things. We talk about these things and we actually get to and then the other thing is, if you think Mercy made a good move by purchasing Gerald's house, let me know. And I know they are not married yet, they were fiancés, and I know they were living together, and I know Mercy Gono is living in a situation, just said in their video that she actually purchased Gerald's home, and Gerald made $120,000 on the home she purchased. So now the ownership of the house that belongs to Gerald is transferred to you, Mercy. And are you telling me that you are actually going to marry this person and the person will not take advantage of you and reclaim the house back into his name? Is that what you were thinking is going to happen? Because once you marry him, the house becomes yours, all of yours. It depends when you bought it, unless you bought it and you didn't put his name on the deed, or I don't know the circumstances, but I think that was a very bad move that you did, buying a house that belonged to him. Was there, because your intention is to save the house. He wasn't paying on the house. You paid for the forbearance amount of over $18,000, and then after that, what happened? You still went ahead and purchased the home to save the home for him. I think you took so much risk. You went so extreme. I understand who you are. You are a hopeless lover. You are love way, as I would call it in Ghana, you know. But my thing is, it's a lesson, and I don't think you should beat yourself up. I'm very hurt that you are depressed from losing all these things. It's very unfortunate. I'm very sad that you lost all these things, but I think that you can get your account back through YouTube. Contact people in the YouTube, you know, from in Chicago. You will hopefully get your account back. I know people who got their account back. I know Zion Felix lost his account at some point. He got it back. I know Sheldon also in Ghana lost his account at some point. He also got it back. I think they all got their accounts back. So I believe that, I don't know the extent, maybe these people really calculated things well, but I don't know the extent to which things went. I think you should be able to get your account back. However, I want you to really sit back and analyze. Once all this is said and done, analyze yourself, analyze your weaknesses in terms of when it comes to relationship. Question yourself, what were the things that you were ignoring? You were ignoring just to feel that emotional need. Falling in love is a beautiful thing. I'm happy for you, whatever makes you happy. But it's important that you don't keep yourself in the same cycle over and over again. You don't keep going in that circle. You sit back and learn from your mistakes. What were the mistakes I did in the red flags I ignored in Nadia's father's case? What was the things I did not pay attention to? What are the things, in this case, I believe that you went extremely hard on loving Gerald to fill that emotional gap, and you really blinded yourself on the loopholes, on the red flags, and you kind of cover up for him. You knew he didn't have a job. You knew he's not a financial advisor. You knew he's not a real estate guru. But you like Cora made us, the only thing smart about Cora is Cora used her platform to create Justin's platforms for him. She did not add him onto her platforms as this is our platform. No, it became solely Cora's platform to this date, and used her platform to market and grow her other members of her family's platform. And I think that's the smartest thing to do. Though it may seem like Justin took advantage of Cora and used Cora to an extent, I also think that Cora didn't lose it all. That is why Cora is a great example, because a lot of women will leave marriages and they can't stand on their own instantaneously. Cora went from being a mother in the past 2 months, less than 2 months, being pregnant for 9 months, moving into a beach apartment that was not finished, and you see, so what's the name? Cora went right from being pregnant in the less than 2 months ago to moving into a beach apartment that is expensive but empty, to being having to pay privately for home birth, to being dumped on her face, to about a $24,000 for a child care, like what's the name, early childhood education for a 2-year-old, $24,000. Are they going to be teaching the child rocket science at that age? Which moderate environment can provide a 2-year-old those fundamental reading and writing and language and fine motor skill and those things? See what I'm saying? And then from there, being blackmailed, being horrible things being said about her by the same man. The same man attempting to destroy her source of income, a source of confidence. And then right away, she is able to jump right into that independent role, acquired her own lease, her own apartment, and is rolling like a champ should. So another thing also that you have to consider is that you ask yourself, if you go into a relationship, if somebody come after you, is your family that capable? Do you have that support system that will come after you and help you to fight to protect you? If you know you have a weak support system, you don't have people like that, you don't have the people come just to learn and study you and know your weak point. So if you yourself, I had people like that, if you yourself don't know the kind of family you are from, the kind of support system you have and stuff, it's going to be a challenge. It's not going to be easy. So think about it. You see, you went right back to where you came from. You see, you couldn't move on to the next level because this person came more harder in terms of destroying. He came more harder in terms of destroying. So this goes to all women and all men out there. When you leave a relationship, assess yourself. Give yourself time to heal. Give yourself time to analyze. What did I do wrong? What did I not do right? What did I do right? What can I change moving into the next level? Next relationship. My next move. It would have been wonderful if you focus on that business you were doing, get your oil business back on track after you recovered from you and Nadia's father's situation, and start marketing yourself again, rebranding, have your website done in a better way, and then start delivery again that you were doing, because you will do a bunch and it will be done, all will be bought immediately. You were doing so well, and I want to see that entrepreneurial side of you again. I want to see that bounce back with strength, with power, with dignity, with energy. I'm not saying you are not a dignity. You have dignity, but there is something about you that is causing people to always see that you are a target that they can come and use, take advantage of, and break you. So I want you, this is for you, Mercy Gono. I want you to take a back seat. Continue doing what you are doing. We'll support you. We'll subscribe to your channel. I'm sure people are, but I'm suggesting that you really be careful. That's all. I'm very concerned about you, and I love you, and I want you to do well. I want to see you back stronger than ever. What didn't kill you will not break you. Okay? You are still alive, and I know your abilities, I know your potential, I know your work ethics, and I know everything will pick up back again. But most importantly, take the necessary actions to get the accounts back. But next time, learn from what you were ignoring in all these instances. All right? I love you so much, and I hope you feel better. Take care.